2. This was something I actually missed. I think this may have happened on day 1, but Alex B reveals more about him and Binks being hired for the prior reality show.
Been like a show before? Isn't that the first?
See, we were trying to figure that out too. There's only 2 of us here. Actually, this was another show about 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
With $75,000. I mean, that's I don't know.
$75,000?
Yeah, well, then it changed to 50. I don't know.
Yeah.
They changed the whole dynamic of the show and scrapped. We signed the blue-haired girl there.
Yeah.
Well, me and her were the only ones from that show. They scrapped the whole show. We signed contracts. Hey, you're coming in.
Yeah.
And they told us we get 3 days later. We got emails, and they were like, hey, we are doing a show. It's not that show, but we're only bringing like a very small amount. They didn't really give me a number, but there's only 2 of us from that show that brought us over to this one. It's me and that blue-haired girl. They were cool with us sharing the information.
With the blue-haired girl that was just here right now?
Yeah.
He's here?
Me and her were on the last show. It was called
So you had already met?
It was no. That's what I'm saying. We made it onto the show. They were calling it Last Man Standing.
That's what I would. Yeah, they said
yeah,
something
but now
about.
it's like next big thing. I don't know.
Yeah, next big thing.
But that's not the real because they don't want to leak information.
This doesn't necessarily mean that they're plants or they're in on the show or anything like that, but it seems like they knew the name Fishtank before the season started and would have had an opportunity to Google it. This is something Alex will cover in a little more depth later into the day. Alex B, who is completely drunk right now, ends up casually dropping an N-bomb, and Smack is not happy about it, seeing that she is Afro-Latina, and demands that he goes to bed.
Ceramic and glass on top of it.
That doesn't excuse it.
It doesn't.
I almost feel like you should go to bed now. You should tuck in.
What's interesting here is her demanding him to go to bed. This is like conspiracy stuff now. It's the same thing that was said to Luke when he dropped the N-bomb on Big Brother. He was told to just go to bed.
You gotta go to bed, Luke. You gotta go to bed.
I do.
Meaning that this whole thing was set up by production behind the scenes. A, because it mirrors what happened with Luke being ejected from Big Brother. So now Luke, who's going to be in the room when this happens, gets to play like the opposite side of that interaction. And as I mentioned, the same lines that were said to Luke are being said to Alex. So there's something that's fishy here. Either that or it's just a complete coincidence. Smack doesn't really want to let it go. She's being a total buzzkill about it. And Alex just kind of doubles down, saying that he has like black friends and family or whatever. Luke wasn't in the room when this whole thing took place initially, but he does show up shortly after. And Alex then tries to fill him in on the lore of what just happened. He gets way more drunk and starts getting into Luke's face and is being all aggressive and shit. Smack ends up going to bed. Alex gets even more drunk and just won't let it go. Everyone else just kind of wants to move on at this point. And then he ends up getting into like a proxy war over it with Mizzy, where he also acts aggressive and shit.
But can I tell you what she told me? She told me that
I'm messing with you, bro.
She said to me that you're not like,
Let me finish, please.
you're not letting anyone else speak though. Like, can I speak though? I'm trying to.
Bert throughout the night continues to jack off. I think he's on round 4 at this point. Even Luke, who randomly enters the room, thinks it stinks like cum.
Stinks.
In the way early hours of the morning, Alex will not stop yapping about Fishtank. Ben already had to tell him earlier in the night to stop talking about it. And at this point kind of gives him like a final warning saying if he doesn't stop talking about Fishtank, he's going to be kicked off the show.
What's up?
Fishtank.
Yeah, don't talk.
Dead.
That's our former. Those were the people that we were working with.
Sir, it's dead.
Okay.
On God. On God.
After about 4 hours of sleep, the fish want to start a fire in the fireplace, but nobody really seems to know how. So Binks, this is actually pretty clever. She essentially like hot knifes a bunch of crap on the stove and then puts it in a frying pan and carries over the flaming, I don't even know what it was. Maybe it was wood, but she used something as kindling, catches it on fire in a pan, runs across the house and dumps it in the fireplace to start the fire. I think this might be putting her up in the tier list of best girl. Bert's still up to his usual antics on day 2, rummaging through a mass amount of pill bottles while having full-on combos with himself. To be clear, I don't think these are like medication pill bottle. I'm pretty sure this is just like supplement stuff that he's taking. He also aggressively takes a tinkle. And then mutters to himself about not being able to be cast as a black serial killer in 2024 because of PC culture.
We're getting so PC nowadays, and it's like, I can't, publicly speaking, I most lie. The only thing I would probably never be cast as the killer. Because in 2024, it is not the good look to cast a dark like the darkest skin person, male, a very dark skinned black man as the
After the whole fire incident earlier in the morning, we have a little fire safety scene that takes place, which was essentially a way of singling out Bert. Bert is clearly super stressed about all the retakes that he has to do. And Ben obviously is going to stretch this whole ordeal out for him by having to do things like relight the shot, which was pretty funny.
3, 2, action.
So like, we gotta wait for you to light the fire?
One phrase, what's come to? Any questions? Perfect.
Finally, the scene is done, and it seems like Bert's kind of on the verge of having like a panic attack. He was really uncomfortable throughout this entire thing. But now that he is the designated fire master and the only person allowed to make a fire since he's in training to be a fireman, the fish ask him if he can make a fire, and he kind of just doesn't know how to and is like scared of fire. So Banks has to show him how. We get a second iteration of these scenes. This is going to be a thing that's going to happen moving forward from now on. So they're basically like scripted events that are happening in the reality show that's happening within the real reality show. This scene is called I Don't Play About That Word, basically recapping the whole N-word debacle from the night before. Ian also gets a scene so we can get to know him better. He's been pretty quiet since he entered the tent. He's just not, breaking out of his shell yet. They discuss who they think stole all the candy from the night before because over the night, somebody had stolen the candy. They seem to be blaming Luke, who did actually kick off the whole stealing bit the night before, but in fact, the true thief was Symbol. They also discuss Alex's liberal use of the F and N slur, their words, not mine. Ben reinforces how the confessional camera works, saying that it has like a motion sensor on it, reinforcing the fact that they don't know this is being live streamed. Some of the boys discuss who stole all the candy in the house. They suspect the Indian, Symbol. Specifically, Ted had all of his candy stolen, and Alex kind of wants to like white knight for him, but Ted says he doesn't really care about the candy all that much. Either way, the three of them seem to be forming an alliance. Sort of. At least in Alex's mind, they're forming an alliance. Luke has a pretty funny line in this bit as well. Back in the basement, Bert finally reveals his sexuality, passing out his business cards, with all the fish now knowing that he does gay porn.
What?
His business card.
Daddy, Bert, stop.
No, you gotta flip it around,
Flip it
bitch.
around.
He's a dom top. So
You put your shoe size on here.
because he really wanted to put his dick size, but
You put your IQ on here.
Alex says that she's a brat and that she's into pain, like on a sexual level.
Oh,
I'm a brat.
I'm a dog.
What's that? Birds?
So, like, pain is a high, like, thing for me. I like pain.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
Bert too, I guess. He also reveals the true acronym that only he will know.
You know, I call myself Black Urban Ripped Trainer.
Yeah,
that's the PG-13 version. The real version is Black Urban Raw Top.
Damn.
He then also reveals that he has an IQ of 160 and is a Mensa card-carrying member. This is something I saw online on day one, just like on Twitter. I wasn't sure if it was true or not, if people were just like making things up about him. The other part of that thing that I saw, I didn't like save it, so I can't show it on screen. But it also said that he admitted to being schizophrenic. So at the very least, one of those two things I saw in that random Twitter post were true. So I guess pending on the schizophrenia, guys. If you're enjoying the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out quite a bit. They try to do a confessional with Ian, but Alex B was already in there. They talk about the whole N-word situation with him. He's extremely apologetic / naming every family member he has, claiming that they're black. They kind of switch things up on him, giving him an N-word pass.
Black people, they have actually reacted positively to your use of the N-word.
We don't want to encourage it.
I won't do it again.
Alex, so the long story short is people generally, I think, are supportive of your use of the N-word. So if you feel the need to use it, I can't tell you how to talk to these people. I can't tell you what's going to make you more popular.
People. I'm sorry, I'm asking these people.
Black people.
Really?
Our editors who've looked at some of the footage that we've preliminarily got
If you
here.
look at my page, I have a lot of black friends.
I think
a lot of black family.
the consensus with our black editors is that you have street cred.
And I believe it was Ian knocked on the door to kind of see what was happening in there, and we got like a brief flash of angry Sam, or I guess Gold.
If you have to use it, you're what? Yo! Give us a second, give us a second.
Oh my God, you are f***ing Thor.
Hold up a second.
No, Odin?
Come on, bro.
No, bro, that was
Alex.
We also get a bit of fish tank lore. I mean, fish tank in the sense of the show that's been mentioned on this show, not the actual show that everyone is watching currently. The show that production accidentally revealed to some of the cast members seemingly.
Sorry.
What is the fish tank thing? Why do you know what that is?
We stopped that yesterday because.
But why do you know what it is in the first place?
Oh, we were told someone. I remember.
Is it from the initial casting?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't, and as soon as he told us to shut it down, I haven't said it.
But you didn't look into what fish tank is or anything?
No.
Okay. That's a business.
No, I swear on the mud.
It's a business we were involved in. It ended badly.
Now, this scene's important because Alex, at the time, he believed that there was actually black editors watching the clips. But when he relays this information to other people in the house, they take it to mean that this show is actually being streamed live. This is primarily spearheaded by Binks, I do believe, who then relates that information to Symbol, Ted, and Laurent. And that information also found its way to Mizzy and Alexis, possibly blowing the whole ruse on the real reality show that they're not supposed to know exists. And if you were wondering what the plan was for when TTS gets enabled and Jet still being able to keep this ruse from them, when you currently open TTS, it has a message saying, "You are computer." Contestants have been told that voices coming from the walls are coming from an advanced AI named Computer. They don't know you're watching. Please play along. Messages that don't fit the narrative may be denied. Also earlier in the day, Bert was the first person to get a TTS.
Hi, Bert. Yeah? Yeah? Hello? Hello? Yes? What's going on? Hello? Okay. Oh, okay.
Ian was super nervous in the confessional, yet to really have his like breakthrough moment where I think he's going to start appealing to the fan base. But a bit that Sam and Ben did with him that was pretty funny was they kept making him redo this one line, and every time they made him redo it, they would like add more and more like facial expressions and other things that he had to do. It was pretty funny.
Ian's here, game over, man.
And let's get that line one more time.
Ian's here, game over.
And let's get maybe a little scoff before you say game over. So let's go. Ian's here, game over.
Ian's here, game over.
Could you smirk at the end of that?
Ian's here, game over, man.
I like that. A little wider on the smirk.
Okay.
Can you go this?
Okay. Ian's here, game over, man.
We missed this scoff.
Oh, my bad. It was Ian's here, game over, man.
And then could you start that one from a low head position and raise your head before you talk? Let's try it that way.
And when you go ahead and lean back in the chair and do it with your arms on the, so lean back, there we go. That's what I like to see. Okay. Perfect.
Kick ass.
Ian's here, game over, man.
Little quick on the game over, and you forgot the scoff.
We missed the scoff and also the head rising. Do that much slower. Like start right here and then.
Ian's here, game over, man.
I think that was the one.
That's pretty solid.
Symbol then has his confessional where he admits that he's actually aware that a lot of people hate him in the house, mainly for stealing all their candy. He admits that he is indeed the one that stole all of the candy and gives the lore behind his high-tech tattoos. Peyton's up next. She did seem a little bland in the confessional, but she actually does show some personality when she's just out talking and being normal. They kind of used the same tactic they used on Ian in this one, where they just kept making her redo the same takes. Luke is up next for his confessional. He's fluid and natural, but he didn't really have much to say of note, except that his alliance with Alex B is real, mainly because he thinks he can manipulate him. Binks has her confessional, where I think Sam was trying to do like a down blouse shot on her. It was hard to see what the shot actually looked like. Smack gets her confessional as well. We get another flash of like what Fishtank is going to be when Ben in Gold asks Smack directly about if she thinks Bert is schizo.
Do you think there's something sinister or something out of place with Bert? Do you think he's mentally, do you know what the term neurotypical means? Do you have any experience with schizophrenic people?
Bert's in B3 for a goon sesh, but Ted interrupts him. And after Ted finally leaves, Bert gets to have his goon sesh. Gold summons everybody to the den.
Hey, Bert. Yeah? Get some down here real quick? Oh, sure. Thanks. Cool. Okay.
To remind them about the threat of elimination looming over their heads, revealing that it'll happen within the next 48 hours. And also introduces a challenge for that night, pumpkin carving, with the prize being a coveted new TCL TV. This bit dragged on for a while, which was the point, so I'm just gonna cut down some little moments here and there, but he had to just like redo his lines over and over again.
The only way to guarantee your safety. I'm just practicing.
Yeah.
That's just the way the candy crumbles.
Perfect. What's that shutter?
What can I say, Ben? That's the way the candy crumbles. So it sounds less stupid.
That's
the way the sweets are made.
That's the way the Tootsie Rolls.
Maybe.
What's up, y'all? Hate to be the bearer of bad news. I know we've had a fun day looking for candy, maybe even sampling some of the merchandise, gobbling it up unwisely, stupidly, in fact. Eating the candy that could save your neck.
One more time, you stumbled there a little bit.
Can you get your feet out of there? Oh, Jesus. You gotta cover those things with something here. Bert, put a pillow over your feet, please.
I'll begin this now.
Action whenever you're ready, G.
Just saying it right when I'm not ready. Check it out, y'all. It ain't all fun and games, even though you're collecting candy. Pretty soon, we're gonna be doing an elimination. That means one of you, yes, one of you, may not be here. In fact, will not be here a week from now. Maybe even as soon as tonight. Now, I know we're having fun, collecting as much candy as possible, sometimes sampling it, sometimes trying out the merchandise, testing it out, unwisely eating the candy that could save your life. I would recommend you do everything in your power to collect as much candy as possible over the next 48 hours to keep yourself from being eliminated. It's getting serious right now. That's just the way the Tootsie rolls.
Love that.
Is that good?
Yep, let's.
Check it out, y'all. I know it's been all fun and games collecting candy for the past 48 hours, but it's not all fun and games because one of you is going to be going home pretty soon. I don't know who it's going to be, but I know the person that has the most candy is not going to be it. So if I were you, I would do everything in my power right now to be collecting candy. Where's the candy? How do I get it? Who do I take it from? Where is it hidden? I don't know. That's for me to know and you to find out, okay? Now you don't know which candy in the candy hierarchy is highest or lowest. You know what's lowest, it's plain Hershey bars. Who eats those? People with 70 IQ.
Is hatred of Hershey.
Boneheads eat plain Hershey bars. What's my favorite candy? Is it Skittles? No. It's pretty up there though. Skittles are pretty good. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't go wrong collecting as many Skittles as possible. I might even deduct points for candy that I don't like.
Go ahead and nudge Ted right here. And look.
If I see some candy I don't like,
go ahead, boom.
I might take points away.
What? What?
No, I'm just Folks, we're having fun, we're getting to know each other, we're talking it up, we're having a blast, we're making TV history, but it would behoove you to collect as much frickin' candy as you can get your hands on if you want to stay in this house and get famous.
Let's pause dialogue and switch angles.
Ha 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 ha! Check it out, y'all. I know you've been having fun. It's your first couple days in the house, getting to know each other, having a blast, talking it up, doing some other stuff. But check it. If you're not collecting candy, you might be out of here quick. Because in 48 hours or less, one of you is going to be hitting the road home. We're not even going to pay for an Uber. We're just going to walk you down to the street and wave goodbye. And that's it. We're not giving your phone back. So I hope you've been collecting candy because that's your lifeline. That's the only way you can protect yourselves at this point from my whims and from each other. You're voting each other out. I forgot about that. I hope you're conspiring. I hope you're strategizing because whoever people deem collectively to be the mentally weakest, the lowest on the ladder of mental health and stability.
Hold that frame. Hold that frame. Vance, push in.
Whoever the group targets as mentally weak, whatever that may mean to you, I don't know what it means to me, or whoever's the least interesting, or whatever, might be going home. Just might be going home. So I hope you're strategizing, protecting yourselves in more ways than one, and getting ready for our first elimination. Famous house. Stay famous, y'all. Should I do this at this camera or that camera? So that's the basics, y'all. Collect candy, strategize, talk amongst yourselves, figure out a way to survive. But most importantly, stay famous, dog.
I love that. We can move on after I...
Ha ha ha! Famous style. Famous house? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Nailed it.
Tonight, we got a challenge. A challenge is not going to affect your status in the house. You're not going to get kicked out for failing a challenge. It's a chance for you to win prizes, cash, clout with the viewers, whatever it may be. Our challenge tonight is pumpkin carving. It's going to be best pumpkin wins. What do you win? Well, I'll tell you what you win. TCL Smart TV. Wow. Oh yeah. One of you is going to be taking home this amazing 4K UHD TCL Smart TV. Now this bad boy has got crystal clear picture, brilliant color rendition, and is perfect for game night or gaming night. With TCL's Dolby Atmos integration. What does that mean? Okay, you no longer need a $500 soundbar. Thanks to Dolby Atmos, you no longer need a $500 soundbar on top of your TV for it to sound good. You got the home theater experience right out of the box. Good sound's important to the guys over at TCL. That's why it's integrated. Thanks to the Dolby Atmos system, you no longer need a $500 soundbar on top of your TV for it to sound good. It's all here, home theater experience, ready to go right out of the box. Good sound's important to the guys over at TCL. That's why it's integrated. Experience bold, rich, deep color with Dolby Vision HDR. Best of all, you get TCL's Quick Link. Yeah, that means no more pairing. This thing's ready to go, connected to your phone at all times. Quick Link. Yeah, that means you're always connected to your phone, ready to go. No messing around. With TCL, your TV truly can become the heart of your home. Experience gaming, movies, and music like never before. Only with TCL.
Perfect.
Okay.
Love it.
Thank God.
The fish run off into groups of 3 to carve their pumpkins, but the most notable group out of everyone here is Alex B, Symbol, and Ted. This is significant because if you remember, Alex B is pretty pissed at Symbol for allegedly, even though he admitted it, stealing all of Ted's candy. But Ted doesn't really care, and him and Symbol made up already, so the whole thing just turns into like an argument. It's everyone against Alex. He's kind of pissing everyone off in the house. Alex B tries very hard to mog Symbol, who just doesn't care, like at all. They squabble the entire time, but that argument ends up turning to an argument between Alex and Ted, which seems like it kind of dissolved their alliance that was created less than 24 hours ago. Again, this is another bit that drags on, so I'm just gonna condense little moments here and there.
Bro, you can take his candy. I won't let you take my candy. Keep laughing, bro. Give him his candy back. Give him his candy back. Give him his candy back. Why don't you be a man and give him his candy back?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a punk thief. A lot of people said that was a bad move about your character in this house today, bud. That you stole his candy. And you need to give him his candy back.
Well, we worked
That would
it out.
be very respectful. He asked me not to approach you.
Yeah.
Go in my bag. See what I do about it, bro. See, go in my bag. Go in my bag.
Are you done cutting?
I'll take as long as I want. Go in my bag. He took it. He took half my shit. I wanted my candy back.
I did not say half.
And everybody, you said more than half. It's on camera, dude. I just wish you were talking like you were just a few minutes ago. That makes me wonder how fake everybody is.
It's all understood that I was
am I the only one not afraid to tell the truth?
Miscommunication. Alex!
No, it's a yes or no.
Alex, guess what?
Didn't I tell you
we worked this shit out?
Hey, bro.
Dude, we worked this shit out. Guess what?
Guess what?
Guess what? We worked this shit out. Me and him talked about it.
Yeah.
We worked it. I appreciate your concern. And I told you I appreciated your concern.
Oh, man.
So you know what?
I'm hoping you put a hand on me. I pray to the gods you do. Do it! Give me a reason. Please give me a reason to retaliate on you.
Alex, I told you I didn't want you to do this.
Oh, I told him that. You begged
to do this.
Dude, I was the
and yet you went over and did this.
Yes.
So how else do you think I would react?
I'm not the only one who
How do you think I would react to this?
Yeah.
At the bar, Luke, Mizzy, Peyton, Alexis, and Ian plot to steal all of the stolen candy in Symbol's possession. Gold and Vance have a little workout session. Bert wants to join and, well, Gold wants to make sure there's not going to be any goon stains on the equipment.
You wash your hands recently? Go wash your hands first.
They then regroup in the flat to judge the pumpkin challenge, where they have to give like little catchphrases, little things for the reality show. Ted and Binks were pretty funny to me.
Say, it's me, Charlie Brown.
It's me, Charlie Brown.
Camera A?
Yes.
It's me, Charlie Brown.
Yes.
Say, I'm a little boy.
I'm a little boy.
Pumpkin chan so skibbity.
The vote goes to a poll, with Luke winning the entire thing. And as Gold leaves, he gets a bug on his boot.
Thing was stuck on my boot. Semi-alive. Disgusting.
We get a scene in B3 as they're setting up an air mattress between Bert and Ted, who have to have like this real kind of pillow talk emotional moment between the two of them, with the crux of the bit being that the air mattress is being inflated and no one can hear what they're saying.
My main career goal right now is to make it through the fire academy. Right now I'm a volunteer firefighter for the Roseville Park.
After Bert gets through his dialogue, Ted has to get through his, but the air mattress is full, so to avoid inconsistencies in the audio, Gold suggests this.
It's gonna be weird if we try to cut it back and forth and it's got
the
sound on while Bert's talking and not when Ted is. It's gonna be so weird.
I'm gonna have to. I got it. All right, let's get this.
You can just deflate it, it makes the same noise. Sure.
All right, Ted. Soon as you hear this noise start, let's go ahead and start to. Because you don't want to deflate it too much, okay? No. Don't sit. You're gonna stand and talk. Okay. So you're facing Bert. Let's get it.
Now I'm talking about my hopes and ambitions.
Yeah.
Yep. I've got hopes and ambition. Who says I don't? I wanna be a great ceramicist and a great skateboarder.
And as the fish go back into relax mode, Mizzy and Alexis have a little gossip tank in the jacuzzi. And as they're gossiping, the duo are confronted by Sam and Ben, who are trying to play damage control over the reveal that the show is being live streamed.
How many other people know?
Know what?
Why did you say what the live audience thinks about us?
Oh, because Alex said something about being like a favorite or like
Alex?
Like an audience favorite.
Oh, he meant with the editors.
Right, so that's all I was saying.
No, it's just the people who put in the show together.
Right, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Are you lying?
No.
You don't have to lie.
No, I swear. I've never said anything about it being a live audience. I asked before,
Yes, you
but...
did.
No, I...
You just said to her.
Yeah, but I meant like I didn't know for sure it was a live audience.
It's not.
Okay.
But just don't talk about the...
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying.
Because if you're...
I'm literally going based on what Alex said.
Okay.
He literally was saying that he was like the house favorite, or like the the fan favor or something.
Because I literally hate liars.
I am not a liar. Like, that's one thing I don't do. I have no reason to lie.
Don't, just in general, don't talk to other people about the casting process. We're engaged in a legal battle right now with the previous people that worked with our company. And did you get the email about Last Man Standing, the old show?
I think that was like a contract. I don't know. I figured like they would change something.
The people that were making the Last Man Standing show are suing us now. So if you, it's very bad to talk about like casting, or did you get an email? Just don't, okay? And this conversation also, don't tell anybody else about this conversation, please.
Of course.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
What conversation?
But in the fourth quarter, Jet takes a gamble over the radio with Sam in an attempt to keep everything in play.
Thanks for putting it in so gently. Yeah. Yeah.
So I just remembered something that I did say, and I want to clarify.
The show's live. Okay.
But what I was saying was, like, I thought there was like a test in the audience with like production or something.
No, the show's live. Don't tell anybody. You two now have an advantage against your competitors, okay? You're smart girls. I know you figured it out. The show's live.
Actually, I swear.
You figured it out.
I swear I didn't know it was live, but it makes me excited.
Okay.
No, I'm not kidding.
The show's live. You have an advantage now. Use that advantage. If you tell the other people, we're gonna kick you off, okay? So just keep that to yourselves. You're gonna be more famous than you know. People love you, okay? All right, let's film that scene.
Okay. Face the camera. Not the camera. No. I'm sorry.
Oh.
The mirror.